Former Iowa jailer accused of having sex with inmate in utility closet, recreation yard. Does that mean in a closet and another time in a recreation yard? Or is there a closet in a recreation yard? So there's a picture here. I guess this is the jailer. A former corrections officer in Iowa has been criminally charged after allegedly carrying on a months-long sexual affair with one of her jail inmates. So let me just stop here, because remember that incident where that lady took that man out? She had put in her retirement and everything like that, with her last day in the job. Supposedly was taking him to a medical clinic to be checked out, and then they both disappeared. Yeah, and this guy was doing time for murder. So this kind of stuff goes on, you know. These women are locked up in there. They spend a lot of time, sometimes doing a lot of overtime in the correction. I used to work in the clinic at Rikers, so I know. A lot of people doing a lot of overtime. Yeah, they make a lot of money, but, you know, life is not all about money. No. You make money and you don't really have a real life. So, they get to know these inmates, and they drop their guard down. So, Kayla Mae Bergom, 27, is accused of having multiple sexual encounters with an unnamed inmate following an investigation conducted by the Iowa Division of Criminal Investigation, according to Cedar Rapids newspaper. The Gazette. Bergom, who worked as a jailer for the Tama County Jail, was found to have allegedly engaged in sexual activity in various locations around the place of employment. Bergom of Belle Plaine, Iowa, was charged in May with 3 misdemeanor counts of sexual misconduct with an offender, the Gazette announced Thursday. DCI investigators said the sexual relationship lasted 7 months, beginning in September 2020, while Bergom was employed at the jail. Court records obtained by the Gazette stated Bergom and the 29-year-old inmate engaged in sexual activity in a utility closet in October 2020. 2 other sexual encounters took place in the recreation yard, once in September 2020 and once in April 2021. It's unclear whether investigators believe there were more similar occurrences between the jailer and the unnamed man. Tama County Sheriff Dennis Kucera said Bergom immediately resigned from her position with the county after 3 years on the job. It was unclear at what point during the investigation this took place. An arrest report published by the Tama Toledo News Chronicle shows Bergom was arrested by the Tama County Sheriff's Office on April 20th. Following the issuance of a warrant, she was released the same day on pre-trial release. Bergom pleaded not guilty to the charges. DCI authorities announced their investigation concluded in March after a county employee notified them of the possible affair and have remained largely tight-lipped since their findings. Ashley Kayla, a spokesperson for the Iowa Attorney General's office, also declined to offer much information about the case when speaking with KCRG reporters in March, but confirmed Bergom no longer worked for the county. So this is interesting here. They open up the comment section. Yeah. You know, some years ago there was a female correction officer, but in the federal jail in Brooklyn. And you go down on 3rd Avenue in Brooklyn, there's like a detention prison over there where they detain people while on trial. And there was a guy there, very notorious. I think he had killed like 2 police officers. And this woman, this correction woman, she ended up getting pregnant for this guy. Yeah. And the trial was done here in federal court. The trial. And of course, she was found guilty. But it's really amazing. You know, and I mean, Brooklyn has a lot of people, you know, because that area there is like Sunset Park, Brooklyn. I used to work right there, right in the federal building, right next to the prison, so I know it very well, around like 29th Street, 3rd Avenue, and there's the federal prison right next to where I used to work. So if you step out there, you can meet lots of people. So my point is, I don't know whether she was hard up to meet men, because I looked at her and she doesn't look that bad. She could have just go down 3rd Avenue or go down 4th Avenue, and I'm sure she would have been able to meet a man for a relationship. Why do what she had to do? You know, unless maybe she wanted to have a child for somebody who was a notorious criminal. Maybe that's what it comes down to. But that's well documented. She was found guilty, and she's no longer working in the system. I'm not sure how much, I don't recall how much prison time she got, but definitely she was tried in the Eastern District Court, which is located in Brooklyn, New York.